Haha! It started off like any other day. Moving stuff around the yard. Being really careful not to back into those ranch sliders or nudge my motorbike in front of me, or checking all the blind spots, looking behind me to make sure there's enough room. What the hell was that? And just like that, the day turns into a day of making and fixing things, like most other days around here. It's got nothing at all to do with Land Rovers, I'm afraid, except a Land Rover was involved. I'm going to have to make this weird little fix-it patch brace to repair what I've broken. And what is it that I've broken? Well, I suppose you'd better come and have a look. Come on, we've all done it. You're busy looking at all the things you might back into, and you don't notice the dark wheelbarrow sitting right behind you, and you give it a good squishing. So I've put an awful crack and break into the corner of the wheelbarrow. Now I'm going to give it a clean now with some thinners. Make sure it's grease free. And I'm going to try and glue and rivet this patch onto the wheelbarrow, because I went into town, and although it's a 10-year-old wheelbarrow and I would like a new one, it was $350 for a new wheelbarrow. So I've decided to get this one sorted again. So this is a glue that I use for a lot of different things. It is a multi-purpose glue. It's a construction adhesive that I use on steel, but it also sticks plastic remarkably well. So with that and a good 20 or 30 rivets, I'm hoping to keep this thing serviceable without having to actually spend any moolah on it. I'll start by riveting it firmly down into the lip, one on either end, just to get it seated. I'm so lucky having an air riveter. Because I do so much riveting, I seldom pick up a normal rivet plier that the average person uses. I just clip this thing onto the compressor and pull the trigger, and it's rivet after rivet effortlessly. So much easier if you can justify owning one. So I'll push this thing firmly down into a bed of glue and capture it with a rivet on either end. Can you see what all those slots are doing? That was so that I could get the gentle curve into it to follow the line of the wheelbarrow tub. I formed that curve by just squashing it in the vise section by section over a piece of 1/2-inch steel rod. These rivets are only just long enough to go through the aluminium and the plastic, which is actually good because I don't want large rivet tails sticking out that could either rip trousers or impede the loading and unloading of anything I've got in the wheelbarrow. So these rivets are just normal length rivets, and they're a nice low profile once they're through the plastic. Because this piece of the patch has to be formed into the shape of the wheelbarrow body, I'm not putting rivets into the corners. I'm starting off down at the bottom, and I'm going to smudge it and push it and hammer it and gradually work it in to the shape of the wheelbarrow, adding rivets as I go until I get up to the top end. When you're working with an item that's been rotationally moulded, there is always a build-up of plastic in what they call the returns. Anywhere where the shape changes direction, you'll find a build-up of plastic in there, and it will be extra thick, which is good because it makes it stronger. But it just means that these rivets aren't going all the way through. So I'm having to really push hard to make sure that they do get through and bite. Hey, the amount of money that I save each year by keeping things going that other people would have thrown away, and the amount of stuff that I keep out of landfill and stop having to have imported into the country because I've broken things or lost things or feel like having something new, is incredible. So if you feel that you're a maker or a fixer or a recycler, then perhaps being subscribed to this channel would be a good idea for you. You can see me in my videos once a week at least, making a difference, keeping things going by recycling, rebuilding, repairing instead of replacing. Well, I do hope that seeing me fix this wheelbarrow has made you feel that you can handle repair jobs around the place without spending any money, get things done for free, and get back on with the work you should be doing. There we go, almost as good as new again. Now I can get back on with moving things around the yard.